This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe, and let's get right into the news. All right, so we got Boosie. He will be facing the courts next week, and he will learn his fate. Will he get 2 years in jail, or he get 4 years probation? Now, Megan Cuniff reported, she says, and then she does a lot of the court reporting. We've seen her a lot during the Meg Thee Stallion case. She was there for the Diddy case. So she says federal prosecutors in San Diego want Boosie to serve 2 years in prison for possessing a firearm while a felon. Probation recommends almost 4 years. Is that after the 2 years? That's what I'm wondering. But Boosie, meanwhile, is hoping for the current president to pardon him. Well, you're not going to pardon you. He might commute your sentence, but I don't think you're going to get a pardon. There's two different things. But he's kind of busy right now, I would say. Granted, the news last night. But anyways, Boosie says, Trump, check my case out. My case was dismissed, but Biden's DOJ recharged me with the same gun charge Biden pardoned me. Biden pardoned his son of. Okay, he's trying to involve something. That doesn't mean it's right? But anyways, I was told I am the only person in the country facing that charge now. I already was given a 10-year sentence in the state 2009 for a third offense of marijuana. Never was seen or offered rehab, straight to prison. And Trump, I'm Boosie. I'm a rapper, filmmaker from Baton Rouge. I was targeted. My mouth and things I stand on get me in a lot of trouble, but I'm real. My lawyer, Megan Blanco, can explain this case. She knew the charges against you were bad and even spoke about it on the radio. So, bro, you shouldn't have had a gun. That's the case. And Boosie even admits that in an interview where he said, and they'll probably play that he knew he probably shouldn't have had that to go pick up that money from those people. That's the saying, all money isn't good money. If you needed a weapon to go get this other money because your security was late, you wait. If security's late, you wait. Especially when you're not supposed to possess a weapon and they're watching you. Listen, Boosie, I'm surprised Boosie didn't shape up around 2017, 18, 19. Remember when he got caught a couple times in Georgia? Not with a weapon, but marijuana, this one. It's like, bro, your freedom's on the line. You've already had it taken from you, and I think they were extreme in his case in Louisiana, but he was causing a lot of to the state, he was causing a lot of trouble. I think he was just, I think they were nervous of the power he had, and he was kind of like NBA young boy, kind of Chicago-ish in Baton Rouge, with the ops and everything, and he kind of saw where that got him, and he left Baton Rouge, and went to Atlanta, where it's a little more, he's not going to be facing that kind of stuff, where he's always having to defend his honor and everything. I don't know what's going to happen with Boosie. I think he's just going to get off with probation, to be honest with you. That's what I think, but maybe he'll have to do a year. I have no idea. But I don't know if he's learned his lesson or not. He keeps getting in trouble, It's like, dude, you were on death row at one point, I hope everything works out for him. He has a big family to take care of, Then we got 50 Cent and Papoose. All right, they keep going back and forth. The last thing 50 posted was Remy explaining how Papoose doesn't really make any money and that this is why he's so desperate to be wifed up. Yeah, I mean, you can't make this stuff up, bro. Where's that video? I think this is it right here. It's Papoose is. I'll give Papoose this. He's a survivor, okay? Because he was with Remy for years, managing her career, maybe mismanaging at one point because he had her sign that horrible deal with Capitol, which kind of derailed all her momentum. If Papoose was really in charge, he would have recommended she go sign with Fat Joe or signed with Fat Joe to straight to Empire after all that success when she got out of prison.
This might be the least income making person that I've ever been with. Ever.
And that's why let's see. Someone says when people clap back at 50, they corny. When 50 claps back, it'd be just as corny. Y'all be entertained, chill anyway. See, that's people like who don't get it, you know? Listen. Papoose started this dates back to 2017. Papoose started with him over something innocent. Papoose thought he was a bully in 2017 and could check people.
Faster than somebody with nowhere to stay.
She said nobody falls in love faster than with somebody with nobody to stay.
The fuck?
It's true. Listen, he says, wait, I thought he spit the best bars. That's why Clarissa got to buy her own Louis Vuitton for Christmas. Because if you don't remember, Clarissa went to the Louis Vuitton store, then pretended Papoose bought it for her. I mean, she's not thinking this 100% through when she comes up with these little schemes. Then she says, these rappers don't get their ass beat enough. That's the problem. Are you talking about Papoose or 50? I don't mean, it's like, I don't know. Listen, I don't know why 50's, I'll agree with this. I don't know why 50's so involved. And Papoose must have said something. He must have caught something he said in an interview or something. Because to be honest with you, I don't know why he's giving this any energy. Who cares? Unless he feels like this is just having Remy's back. I don't know. And, you know, him and Remy were good friends at one point until Papoose started beefing with 50 in 2017. Sonny Digital robbed after studio break-in on New Year's. That's trash, bro. Whoever stole his stuff, you're the lowest of the low, bro. Sonny Digital does nothing but good for people. I've seen him give a lot of people hits. I totally respect the way he took creative control over his he's just creative, bro. Like, you know, that the Man record, he sold that to 50. That was his record first. That would have been a major hit for him if he had the right label behind him, but you know, 50 had the label behind him, so it made sense to sell it. But like, Sonny Digital is very talented and does a lot for Atlanta on the low. So like, I hate to see that. And I hope he gets all his stuff back. And he does make a lot of money, guys. He's produced a lot of hit records. Like, so he sits back and collects money. Then we got Shannon Sharpe catching a stray from Soulja Boy for the Blueface.
Loves company, nigga. You steady saying my name on Shannon Sharpe. And Shannon Sharpe, I get on your big muscle head, meatball head ass too, nigga.
This is just Soulja Boy crashing out in every new year, trying to get attention. Okay. Mano has some words about girls coming forward 20 years later about being victims.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, before I say anything, I want to say shout out and respect to the real victims out there.
But then he proceeds to say, like, I don't understand why you guys are coming forward later. Sometimes I agree with him, but sometimes some people are scared to come forward. It depends on the individual and how much power they have, you know? Some people tell their story years later. Now, 20 years later is a bit much, okay? I could see, like, a couple of years go by and they get away from that person. But, you know, and then Mano's like, you know, trying to act hard. Mano, you're not the best individual to be talking about this. He says, and for clarity, I'm not talking about women. I'm talking about men doing these podcasts 20 years later. What?
To the real victims that have been, you know, in heavily traumatized situations, that's been dealing with things, that have been essayed, you understand? Because
I'm going to tell you something. You know what's funny about this? His co-host, Fabulous, in the Emily B situation. Speak on that, and I'll respect this message. If you want to have a message like this, speak on Fabulous putting hands on Emily, where we saw the video, and then I can respect it a little more. How about that? Let's see. This Mano message to Fabulous, maybe. Suge Knight's son, his dad Benzino. Yeah, he put his shout out to Now What TV. He's the one who recorded this, and you can go to his channel and check it out. He recorded Suge Knight palming Benzino's head, paws, and calling him a biatch to his face, and Benzino did nothing. So this jeweler, Tracks NYC, he got in the other jeweler's face. They spit in his face. Well, those guys got arrested, okay? Is this it right here? And I get locked up. Okay, here it is right here. Yep, they got arrested, and he couldn't be happier, okay? He couldn't be happier. He's walking behind them. I mean, they spit in his face, bro. And they did some nasty stuff. Like, yeah, you could say, oh, he called the cops on him. He's a jeweler, bro. He's not from the streets, bro. These guys sold a lower carat gold item under his name. They don't work for him. They just used his name because the guy was looking for Tracks NYC. They were in the same complex. And then the guy came to him saying, hey, what happened? I bought these things. They said they were affiliated with you. And it was really 9 karat gold instead of the 14 he paid for. So... Tracks refunded the man himself and demanded these guys pay him and that they do better business because you're making the whole industry look bad. And they laughed in his face and spit in his face. So it escalated from there, as you can imagine, right? Tracks NYC is a character. Supposedly Remy Ma and Hoffa are dating. I'm not sure how true that is. And then do we care about Cayla B? She's going off. She got beat up on New Year's, I guess. And Asian Doll and Sexy Red reacted. And Cayla B blasts Asian Doll as fake rich, claims her entire designer wardrobe is fugazi. I'm sure.
Asia gonna get her ass beat. That's what's gonna happen. What Asia did? On my dick.
Out here?
On your dick? Whoa.
On Twitter.
What's she saying?
Somebody ended up telling me what she said, but I don't know because I didn't go look on receipts from 2021. Bitches go in the store to post in the store only to buy shoes and go get the fake bags. Look at this is real designer. They don't
Asian Doll never sold any records. It doesn't make nothing about her makes any sense. But I don't know who Cayla B is either. She's King Von's sister? Who cares? Seriously. Who cares? Put her on Baddies. Zeus or something, and then more of these girls will care. Anyways, 50 should chill with this Papoose thing. It's just like, who cares about this either? It's kind of funny, but also it's like, why does 50 care about this? You have so much other stuff going on, I understand you had this long-standing beef with Papoose, but you're diverting your energy. Papoose ain't nobody to go back and forth with. Like, seriously. Yeah, Papoose can spit. So what? Papoose never sold any records. I'm telling you. Never. Because he's not really great at making songs at all. That's just a fact. It was fun during the DVD days. But it never turned into anything. It didn't. Papoose, I know Papoose, and you guys can criticize me all you want. I know Papoose more than you know Papoose, okay? And there's reasons why Papoose didn't get on, and I'm not going to go through them all, okay? Because that's just like exposing too much. There's a lot of reasons why Papoose didn't get on. These bully tactics he tries to have, he tried to do it in the music business with the wrong people, and it backfired on him. That's basically what happened. In short, And then he tried to revamp his image with Remy Ma, and it worked for a little while. They did the whole black love thing and all this. And cool, but Remy wasn't even that into him, I guess. She ended up. Look how that ended up. You never want to put your relationship on Front Street like that. I mean, I don't know how many times I could tell you that, man. I would never put my wife And but my wife wanted to do that before. She wanted to do like social media stuff. I said, no, absolutely not. I love her too much, and I would never jeopardize our love and our marriage to be on social media. You know, it looks fun to play pranks and this stuff, but then you got to keep doing the pranks and do this, and it turns it. Then people are judging your relationship. Like, you don't need that. A relationship is hard enough, you know. So let that be a thing to anybody listening too. Keep your relationship private, even from your mother and everybody else. Okay, I'd never tell my mom what's going on in my relationship. It's none of her business. Everything is between my wife and I. And that's how you got to keep it. It's Jordan Tower with JT News. Peace.